Was the move about getting away from the UK press, because the press is, is everywhere, or was the move because you weren't getting enough support from the firm?
What if I told you the most powerful woman in media walked away from one interview with regret she never said out loud? Imagine this for a second. Oprah Winfrey, the queen of exclusives, the woman known for reading people like an open book, quietly admitting she made the biggest mistake of her entire broadcasting career. But she didn't say it on stage, not in an interview, not even online. It slipped out behind closed doors in one heavy line about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex.
But now someone with a sharp set of eyes has noticed perhaps a mistruth in the Oprah interview. Here it is.
She has a blanket that sits across her knees for warmth, and it was chilly. And she was like, Meghan, come on, and put it over my knees as well.
Should have never trusted her. And that's exactly where everything takes a sharp turn. Because that one sentence didn't stay private for long. It turned into a full Hollywood shakeup. Tonight, we're digging into what Oprah has reportedly been holding on to for nearly 3 years.
So this was Meghan's very first outing with the Queen. It happened right after her wedding to Prince Harry, and it was obviously extremely important and a significant occasion because it was her first outing.
And why everything is starting to surface now. For all that time, Oprah stayed completely silent when it came to Meghan Markle. No red carpet comments, no interview mentions, not even casual insider conversations. And that silence, it spoke volumes. Especially when you remember, Oprah gave Meghan a massive global stage. No time pressure, no interruptions, no pushback from producers. Meghan opened up emotionally, shared her claims, and reshaped her narrative in front of millions across the world. Oprah let it all unfold. At the time, people called it historic, a cultural reset, a defining media moment that changed conversations everywhere. But behind that image, small cracks were already showing. Some insiders noticed things didn't fully add up even back then. Something felt slightly off. And now, with new details surfacing, those early doubts are starting to make more sense. Explaining why Oprah slowly created distance and why those cracks have now fully opened. According to reports, right after filming Wrapped, Oprah believed she had simply invited Meghan and Harry to share their truth. But what she allegedly saw off camera left a very different impression than anyone expected. A former Harpo Circle insider reportedly said just days after.
Told a story later in her Oprah Winfrey interview in 2021 where she talked about the moment that the Queen was more like a grandma to her because she saw that Meghan may have been cold and put a blanket over her legs as well. And it was it's a small detail and it's a smallish story, but it had significance because it showed the relationship that Meghan had with the Queen.
After the broadcast aired. This wasn't journalism, this was PR. I handed them the mic and they ran with it. That line alone raised serious questions. Not long after, fact-checkers began pointing out details that were hard to ignore. Public opinion started shifting quickly. Some people believed every word, while others began looking at the interview very differently. But Oprah stayed silent. And that silence didn't feel random, it felt intentional. She isn't known for holding back publicly. So insiders say something had been building from the moment the cameras stopped rolling. You might think that's where the story ends. Big interview, then move on, but not even close. Because what happened next made it clear this wasn't just another Meghan controversy. This time, it hit Oprah personally.
Do this for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well.
What most viewers didn't notice that night was the subtle shift in Oprah's behavior. Small pauses, slight hesitation, moments she let hang in the air. At first, they seemed natural, but insiders now claim those weren't just thoughtful silences. They were signs of doubt forming in real time. And then there's the detail that changed everything, the chicken coop scene. Viewers at home saw something simple and rustic. Meghan's chickens, a modest setup, warm sunlight, a calm setting. It looked authentic. But reports later suggested the coop had been freshly prepared, even painted just days before filming. And Oprah noticed. According to a former CBS affiliate editor, Oprah watched the final cut twice before it aired. The first time, she saw the full story. The second time, concern started building. She reportedly told a producer,
What has been noticed now from that clip is you can actually see from sort of a more of a bird's eye view the Queen with the blanket on her legs in the car on that day. And it's a little difficult to make out very clearly, but it does look like the Queen only put the blanket on her own lap. And again, it seems like a small detail, but it does speak to the relation.
This won't age well. And here's the twist. It wasn't the royal drama or the big claims that triggered that reaction. It was the chicken coop scene. Because Oprah immediately saw what that moment was designed to do. Make Meghan and Harry appear relatable, warm, and grounded. But when she allegedly learned the setup had been recently installed and refreshed, it started to feel calculated. They don't want transparency, they want control. That's what she reportedly shared. And that realization created the first real crack in her confidence. But that still wasn't the most shocking part. What happened after filming Wrapped raised even more concerns. As the crew packed up, Meghan reportedly made a private request to a staff member. Not a thank you, but a specific ask. Just make sure I get a look at the final edit Oprah will understand. That immediately raised eyebrows. The message was passed to a Harpo executive producer.
Him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security.
What?
And then to Oprah herself. Her response was fast and clear. Absolutely not. This is my platform. No guest, not even presidents or global leaders, had ever asked for that level of control before. But according to reports, the requests didn't stop. And that's when things escalated further. The phrase, "her truth," kept coming up. And insiders say that irritated Oprah more than any public criticism ever could. For decades, Oprah built her reputation on raw, unfiltered conversations that cut through public relations spin. And now, from her perspective, this once-in-a-lifetime interview was starting to feel like something managed behind the scenes. That's when she reportedly began quietly creating distance from Meghan. Then came another moment, this time involving someone close to her. Just days after the interview aired, social media exploded with reactions. In the middle of that, Oprah received a message from Gayle King. "You weren't the only one she worked with, just wait." That message raised immediate questions. At first, Oprah thought it was about producers or networks. But then came the follow-up. Meghan had reportedly pitched a nearly identical concept elsewhere. A documentary-style project about her life, motherhood, and post-royal journey. And here's what made it hit harder. Insiders say Meghan allegedly pitched that same idea to Oprah first. The overlap felt too strong to ignore. "I thought I was helping tell a story. She was helping herself build a brand," that's how it was reportedly described. And from that point on, things became personal. This was no longer just a professional situation that didn't go as planned.
It was really a shame to say it at the time, and a shame to have to admit it to Harry, especially, because I know how much loss he's suffered. But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it, and I just didn't want to be alive.
It started to feel like betrayal. And if that wasn't enough, it went even deeper. Because what Oprah allegedly learned next didn't just affect her as a journalist, it hit on a personal level. The information came from someone inside Meghan's team, a stylist who worked closely during final wardrobe fittings. Not someone chasing attention, no interviews, no deals, no public reveal. But what she reportedly shared left a strong impression. According to that account, Meghan appeared warm and natural while cameras were rolling. Everything looked effortless. But once filming stopped, the energy allegedly shifted. Meghan reportedly spoke about the interview like it was strategic, not emotional. One line stood out. "Oprah, I give the story that's the trade." And even more striking, she allegedly joked, "All I had to do was look sad, Oprah would feel the silence." For Oprah, a woman whose career is built on honesty and emotional truth, that reportedly hit hard. And even before the interview, there had been a warning. About 3 weeks earlier, Oprah reportedly received a private message from someone within Prince Harry's circle, someone who avoids the spotlight completely. The message was simple. "Please, Meghan's truth is not the truth. You deserve to know that before you film." At the time, Oprah didn't act on it. She had done her research and moved forward. But later, that message started to matter. After everything, Oprah reportedly admitted privately, "I should have asked more questions. I didn't want to take her down, but that's exactly what I enabled." That realization changed everything. What started as regret turned into something deeper, disillusionment. And then came another turning point. After the interview, Meghan's team reportedly explored more opportunities. Another platform, another wave, another headline moment. But one phrase stood out to insiders. Oprah wasn't enough. And that hit hard. Because in that moment, Oprah reportedly realized she may not have been seen as a trusted interviewer, but as a stepping stone, a launchpad for the next phase. That realization led to a final decision. One evening, just after 6 p.m., Oprah reportedly called her executive producer. Calm, direct, no hesitation. "I wanted on the record no more Meghan, no more Harry, we're done." When asked why, her reported answer was simple. "I opened my platform in good faith. What they brought wasn't transparency, it was a performance." From that moment forward, everything changed, not loudly but quietly. No big headlines, no public statements, just silence. Invitations reportedly slowed down, producers stepped back. Connections became distant. One insider summed it up clearly. "If Oprah's out, it's not worth the risk." And in Hollywood, that kind of silence says everything. Subscribe Monarchy Cup.